What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another early morning in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your Brewmaster in Chief. And this morning in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you with a tempo deck. And I just wanted to quickly read the Google definition of a tempo build for you guys. It says a tempo deck is simply a deck where the card choices are unusually focused on building a tempo or mana advantage. This can be achieved by playing multiple, efficient, impactful cards each turn, outpacing your opponent by volume. So how are we going to do that in this deck? Well, with little tempo plays, and we have plenty of good cards in blue that are going to help you do that. The two most important ones, because I don't want to do a full deck tech. There's a lot of cards here that we've already seen before. But when we're discussing tempo, then Fading Hope and Spectral Adversary have to definitely be in the conversation. Fading Hope, bouncing your opponent's creatures the moment they play them, forcing them to replay them the following turn. You've effectively gained, board presence or tempo against the opponent. Ascendant Spirit, same thing. Really cheap, can scale into the late game. Malevolent Hermit, a creature that doubles as a counter spell. Another incredible sort of tempo card. Then Mischievous Catgeist is one new one that I do need to dive into a little bit more because it's one that we have not yet seen on the channel. Mischievous Catgeist is one of the new disturbed cards from Crimson Vow. So it's just a 1/1 for 2. Cat Spirit, but whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card, and then you can cast it for its disturb cost, which is 3, 2 colorless and a blue, and of course then you can enchant one of your creatures, and that creature now has whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. We're going to put it on one of our flyers, of course, alongside the Ascendant Spirit's third level up, where it becomes a Spirit Angel, and you put +2/+1/+1 counters on it, and it gains whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. If you've enchanted the Ascendant Spirit with cat-like curiosity, you're drawing 2 cards every turn. It starts to get loopy. So pretty sweet new addition to this type of build, which I'm loving. And one that we will check in again with at the end of the video to see whether it deserves a spot in the list. But so far, so good. Then we've got 4 copies of Geistlight Snare. It is a mono blue deck. Cannot not play at least one counter spell. The only question here is, do we keep this one? Because it does not really scale too well into the late game. Or do we just replace it with something as simple as Saw It Coming? Or maybe another bounce spell like Divide by Zero. So once again, we will be making some BrewLab fashion adjustments to the deck on the fly, and those adjustments, if they happen, will be reflected in the video description down below, and as well as in the Etherhub link that you guys can click on to copy this deck and enjoy it on the ladder. Next up, we're running full playset of the Patrician Geist because it gives all of our spirits +1/+1. And it reduces the casting cost of our disturb cards. So, we've got Mischievous Catgeist, we've got Malevolent Hermit, we've got the Mirrorhall Mimic, which we'll get to in a second, whose disturb cost will all get reduced, which is pretty nice, but mostly the buff or the anthem effect on all of our spirits, which is pretty much every creature in the deck, except for the Malevolent Hermit on its front side, but it does come back as a spirit on its backside. Yeah, we're trying to copy the Patrician Geist as many times as possible, of course, with Mirrorhall Mimic and the Ghastly Mimicry. But before we get there, the last card in the 3-drop slot is the Dreamshackle Geist, which is another great tempo card. Tapping down your opponent's creatures or keeping them tapped is pretty good, either to open up your attack lanes or to prevent your opponent's creatures that have already attacked from ever attacking again. And it's sweet because it's not legendary, so you can just keep having multiple of these on the battlefield. It starts to get pretty nice. And then Mirrorhall Mimic, the last card in the deck. We've already seen this one as well in the Spirit Tribal brew that I whipped up a couple of days back. This one is definitely becoming one of my favorite cards from the set. Just the ability to copy any creature on the battlefield is insane. Of course, the main plan is to copy our Patrician Geist or whatever, any creature that on our battlefield that we want to copy, maybe even an Ascendant Spirit or another Dreamshackle Geist, what have you. But it can have this flexibility of if there's an opponent's creature that you really want to copy, then you can, and that's pretty sweet. That's the deck. Nothing too complicated. We're running Snowlands because of the Ascendant Spirit. That means we can play Faceless Haven. The cool thing is Faceless Haven is also a spirit, so he gets the Anthem effect from the Patrician Geist. And yeah, that's about it. Simple, simple, easy peasy. It's one of these early morning brews where I'm just sort of having some fun testing some stuff. So let's jump into some games. Now at this point in my videos, as usual, it's when I like to do a little bit of self-promotion. So if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, kindly consider doing so. I'm well on my way to 500 subs, at which point a giveaway will be triggered. I still need to do this announcement video, but it's been a busy weekend. So I will get back to you on exactly what will be given away. But it will be happening, so help us get there. Please click the subscribe button, and don't forget to do all the other good YouTube stuff if you could be so kind as to... Ooh, probably should not have kept that hand. Like the video, leave a comment, hit the bell icon. There we go, I'm done. Mono black, huh? This could be terrible. Oh, okay. Zombies. Just start hitting face as quickly as possible. By the way, guys, please let me know in the comments what you think about this new camera position in the top right. I'm kind of liking it better. It's not really blocking any important information. Wow. Okay. Okay. I was like, okay, if he doesn't have two... Okay. Let's play the Spectral Adversary during their turn, and also phase out his champion now. So he doesn't even get the +1/+1 from the zombie entering. Nice. Three for 5. We're gonna go Mirrorhall. Tempo plays. Tempo plays. Do we need another land? 4/5. Nah. I'd rather top deck something more useful than that. We replay the champion. We haven't let a single counter go onto that. Okay. No blocks. Oof. Just keep up the pressure. Okay, that's pretty bad. I think it kills everything, yeah. That is terrible. I always wondered about that type of stuff, you know, when you've got anthem effects and you saw what happened there. Like, even though the Spectral Adversary had 4 toughness, it still died because the 2 things buffing it. Also died. Target creature is not untap, and then we can just say done. Well, if If he casts something that uses up his mana to kill our last two Dreamshackle Geists, we can just then swing in with the Faceless Haven. So, pretty chilled. Not too worried about this one. Got him. Marcello. Nice. Pretty sweet first match. I should have probably not kept that opening hand, but were rewarded for my mistakes. Was rewarded for my mistakes. Come on. So slow. Just so slow. That is pretty nice. Always like Ascendant Spirit opening hands. And just got turn 2, straight up pump it. Hello. Mr. All Your Days. With a Shambling Geist. It's the second time we've had that today. Now I really worry about Vanishing Verse when I see this combination. Let's try it. Or that. So blood money, huh? Probably should have just kept the Shambling Geist tapped. But it's about to get deadly disputed and my poor Dreamshackler is gonna get destroyed. Almost certainly. Shambling Geist is just such a good card. Get to scry. Do we want another Patrician? Nah. We've got 1 and 2 ways of copying it. But I feel like I've lost the tempo. Control deck. Oh, goodness gracious me. Nice. I don't see us getting out of this one. This is going to be blood on the snows and things coming our way. But never give up, never surrender. This Orzhov list is definitely making a comeback. With Edward, the Charmed Groom. If you haven't checked out my video yet of that one, do so. It's super sweet. I was about to make a copy of his Edward, but nah. Yep. Just digging for that blood on the snow. It's just so effortless now. They can like do it, and then Edward just keeps coming back. And you can also get a thing back from your graveyard. It's really, really good. Clearly. You might even just go for it now. Kaya!
Just gotta hunt one more monster. How hard could it be? Get out.
Wow, guys. Just wow. He will just get it back with this and blood on the snow, so rather than targeting the planeswalker, I'm just going face. But this is not looking good at all, obviously. Blood on the snow. Bzzz. Surely. Same thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, well. Definitely did not have the tempo in that match. On to the next one. Oh, the server is just being so slow lately. I don't know if you guys are experiencing the same thing. It's these load times, and I'm on good internet, so it's not me. I've noticed a significant delay. Oh. It's early enough here that the Asians are waking up. Sweet. We get to see some cards that we have not yet seen. I was deciding between pumping up the Ascendant Spirit or just... Ooh. Fourth land, huh? Yeah. We get to draw it now off of the Catgeist. Freaking Spellbinder. Definitely gonna take our Patrician. If I was him. You never know. You never know what people think. But yeah, that's the obvious target. Ooh. Cool. I was trying to hold up the Spectral Adversary, but that also works. It was either or. I was just testing to see if he would block with it. This is when our tempo stuff starts to really be important. Nice land. So this is 4 to upgrade Left with 1. He knows we have a counter spell. Let me just play it safe. Keep the Catgeist up as a blocker, which then we can disturb onto the spirit. Kind of would rather do a Spectral Adversary that can fade out 2 things rather than just the 1. Let's see what happens here. Okay. That's just great. We can play out the Patrician next turn. Close one. Well, I mean, not really. I'm on 20, he's on 2. Well, we still win. Beating mono white, baby. That's what it's all about. Sorry, buddy. On to the next one. Oh, that was sweet. That was really sweet. That Fading Hope, that Spectral Adversary, boom, just perfect. I can't wait till December 3rd. Unfortunately, the tournament is going to be mostly historic, which is not my speed, as you all know. I will still be doing a watch party for the entire event on the channel, so tune in for that. But there is a part of it that will be standard, and I'm just super excited to see what brews the pros are going to be bringing to the table for that event. I have a feeling like a Azorius Tempo Spirits thing is, once like it gets figured out, the exact best variant, it's going to be a contender. It feels really potent. The Spectral Adversary is so good. That's a keeper. No 1-drop, unfortunately, but that's okay. The amount of mosquitoes, guys. And they're huge African mosquitoes. It's like flying chickens. That's problematic. You play Slaughter Specialist, you usually play a lot of spot removal. Epicure, he's definitely got that sweeper. The one-sided vampire sweeper for 2. That would be a disaster for us. I'm hoping he recasts it. Oops. The old bounce, then counter routine. We'll take this. Oh no, man. That's disastrous. Okay. I'm gonna keep this blood harvester dude tapped. This is when that sweeper would just be devastating. Okay. Whew. Ouch. Ouchie, ouchie. Oh. Okay. Keep the 4/3 tap down. We're flashing in a spectral. It's just about when at this point. These vampire decks tend to go for combat straight away. Okay. Opponent. I was debating. Oh, yeah. Can't block at all, but he's a little bit of a sizey fellow. We just draw a card here. A mimic. Tough one, this one, to navigate. It's starting to get a little bit much with the damage here. Might have to block something. This guy just keeps coming back, so that's useless. So we're taking 4, 8. That's a bit much. Yeah. I'm still dreading that one-sided vampire sweeper thing. Would be just an absolute disaster. Oh. So full blood token deck. Okay, we've got a double adversary up our sleeves, but this is obviously not looking good at all. It will be a 4/3, so we can block something and fade 2 things out. to ambush him when he attacks. Okay. 1, 2. So the one that's being targeted is the Dreamshackle Geist, and let's phase out one of you guys. You can obviously still just tap this and kill it. You can do -10 right now for these 5 blood tokens, because it's double twice of the number of blood tokens you control. I'm ready to do a lot of damage in the air next turn. But he knew it was coming. Oof. You're not untapping. You're not untapping. And you're swinging for a card. Ooh. Opponent is in top deck mode, but now he's got blood tokens he can start to sack. Can you imagine if we win this one? Florian gets sent to the yard. Interesting. I'm assuming he's digging for that sweeper, because that would just be punishing. We'd be left with a Spectral and an Ascendant, and that's it. Oof. Still digging. Imagine we win it. Imagine we win it, boys. Oh, top deck city. That's just game. We did it. We did it. We did it. Unbelievable. So happy. Good game. Oh, that's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. That's how it's done. Whew. Epic match. Epic match. Couldn't have gotten better than that Patrician Geist at the end there. Buff up the whole squad. Woo, woo, woo. Well navigated. All right, we've reached the moment where the sun is almost completely risen and my son will awake, and I need to be ready to cook him some brekkie. So I can't go too long with this one. Maybe 1 or 2 matches left, depending on how long this one goes. Let's end on a win, hopefully. Come on. This guy's nickname. Colossal Breadmore. That's epic. Not the best hand. Oh, is it Mage? Oh, not a freaking epiphany, brew. Sure. Okay. Third Fading Hope in hand. I'll keep that, just in case. Let's keep bouncing things. Non-creatures, huh? Nah, it's no good against this deck. I'll take the 2. Rather bounce the Sun Gold Sentinel next turn. Oh, that was the wrong timing. Sure. I don't know how that's gonna really help. Well, at least he's gotten rid of one of these exile effects. There's probably a Brutal Cathar and another Skyclave in his hand. It's got a Haven as well. Nah. Well, looks like we're going for another match then. Never give up, never surrender, but... Tap, tap. Or stop from untapping. An Usher. And probably... Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, that's gonna be a good game pretty rapidly, lads. Let's just have some fun. Tapped your whole board. Check me out. Woo! Down to 7. Not bad. But yeah, just didn't get the best draws there. Alright, that means we have time for one more. Now we're gonna end on a win. Alright. Fingers, toes crossed. Every finger. Nice matchup. Fun game. Not too easy, not too hard. Ending in a win. You know, if I could, if beggars could be choosers, then. Blurpunks. Blurpunks. Very similar to previous match. Sure. Let me get the scry in. Epic top deck. I'm starting to think I'm gonna make a adjustment. It's the pity that I'm doing it now. Because we've already reached the final portion of the video. But instead of the counter spell, I'm feeling the divide by zero more. Just makes more sense in a tempo brew like this. Bye bye. Oof. Okay. Probably shouldn't have attacked there, in retrospect. So this is 4. Let's go for Hermit Geist. Does it gain vigilance when it becomes an angel? It does not. I'm gonna just hold up a blocker here. Fourth land. Ollenbach. Oh no! Indestructible on top of it. What a disaster. Nice. Nice target for the Angel Fire Ignition, for sure. Problem is, he can just do it again. I'm just gonna start attacking, and I will just chump block. Didn't get any of our adversaries. Oh, no. Brutal. So brutal. Ay, ay, ay. Absolutely schooled by the Boros player. Have a 4/4 in the air. And another 3/3 on the floor. Rather than level up the spirit once more. But, yeah. Just got destroyed by this Adeline. Boros, I feel is just really good right now. Because you can play basically a mono-white aggro deck that just has sweet removal and things. Good game, opponent. Alright, well, we didn't end on a win, but that's going to have to be it for today. It's a pity. But pretty sweet little brew. Definitely one that needs some work, I would say. Doesn't have to be Spirit Tribal, but Mono Blue Tempo as an archetype is definitely looking good. If the server would finish loading, we might actually jump back into the brew. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to quickly make an edit at the end, which is unusual. But this Geistlight Snare, we don't have that many enchantments. It's only the auras that come back when we disturb a few of our creatures. So the cost reduction never really gets down to 1. And then because the opponent can just pay 3 mana to counter the counter, kind of becomes a bit useless in the late game. Whereas Divide by Zero gives us access to a lesson board and is just better in this type of tempo shell. Usual suspects. All right, that means we have time for one more. We have to test it. I haven't heard any little child squealing yet in the background. The card draw engine's a bit of a problem. Getting the Ascendant Spirit to level 3 and also having that Catgeist disturbed on something, it's not as easy to obtain as initially I'd thought. We might just need to cut that cat thing and put in just some normal card draw, maybe a deluge or 2. Dimir control, huh? That's no good. Alright. You probably should have saved that massacre, mate. Let's get a Dreamshackle going. Dread Fugui. Fugui. Takes the Geist? Probably, I mean, I would. Huh. Nice. Let's see if we can get ahead here. Maybe I'll stop playing threats. A little worried. Okay, this is definitely looking like Hullbreaker, Reanimator kind of things. He's going to put what he wants to reanimate in his graveyard with Thirst for Discovery. Might even be Toxrill. We're saving the Spectral Adversary for a removal spell. He knows that, but who cares? No problem. Regardless of what he does, I'm flashing it in. Okay, so we're definitely saving the Patrician. That way, we also save our Spectral Adversary. Oh no! Oh no, that was a huge... Sorry, that was a huge mistake. Oh well. Let's keep up the pressure. And then we can still use the mana from the Faceless Haven to pump up the Ascendant Spirit. Threatening lethal. Oh. Yes! Little mistake there. I was supposed to actually phase out the other card. Not the Patrician Geist. But then we would have lost him anyway. There wasn't really a... That was kind of probably the best play anyway. But alright. Divide by Zero didn't really make any difference to that match, but we did end on a victory, so I'm happy about that. I will see you all tomorrow. Some fresh brews. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab, signing out. Peace, y'all.